Welcome to my channel. My name is Priska and I usually make personal style videos, but one of the videos I've been loving lately is the My Favorite Things category, so I thought I'd make my own. These are 22 things I've been savoring this fall season, including beauty, clothing, food, mental growth, and I'll end it with some surprisingly delightful things. As always, the shoppable pieces will be down in the description box below, so let's start with those. For this video, I put everything in my basket of goodies and I thought I would start with some beauty things that I've been enjoying lately. Now, I'm the first to tell you that I am no beauty guru, so these are foolproof type products. First off, I have Saie's lip gloss. I think they call it Glossy Bounce, and this is the color Bounce. In the fall, I usually wear like more cozy pieces, and that tends to kind of make my look more dull and kind of drawn down. Today I'm wearing head to toe silk, so this is not a normal day. But when I'm wearing my more cozy pieces, I want something that makes my face sort of pop. It just brings like life and brightness to it, and I feel like lip gloss is the perfect thing for that. Also, with the drier weather, I need to keep my lips hydrated, so I've really been enjoying this lip gloss. Secondly, I have Ilia's tinted lip balms. I've been wearing these products for over a year for sure. I think I started wearing them last summer, and I've ordered a few colors. Maybe I can pop on the screen and show you some of the different colors I've worn, but I've been loving this more red color called Heartbeats to go along with my red nails. If you watched my fall trends video, then you know that the biggest trend of the fall season is the color red, and I feel like the easiest way to incorporate that is through makeup. Okay, the next thing is Maybelline's Lash Sensational Full Fan Effect Waterproof Mascara. That is such a mouthful. Basically, I just found out that I've been wearing the wrong mascara my entire adult life, but turns out waterproof mascara is a completely different animal. I have tested it and I know that this actually holds curl, unlike its non-waterproof counterpart. And the reason why, from what I gather, is that waterproof mascara is typically tubing, and that means that the mascara forms a tubular kind of effect around your lash, which holds the curl. I was having a hard time holding the curl in my eyelashes for more than like an hour, and I just kept using that little eyelash crimper over and over throughout the day. Instead, I started using this waterproof mascara, and my eyelashes are staying curly all day. The last beauty product I want to show you is red nail polish. I feel like red nail polish is such an attitude, and I've really been loving it for the fall season. I've been wearing gel nail polish because I started with regular nail polish, but as soon as it starts chipping, it's so glaringly obvious. So I switched over to gel, and this has been keeping on my nails for about 10 days without chips, which is really good because I'm tough on my hands. I cook and clean every day, and I'm just not very delicate with my nail polish. So this has been working really well for me. If you think that gel nail polish is hard to put on, it is not. It doesn't actually dry until you cure it under the lamp. So if you put it on and it's real sloppy, you can take your time making it look nice, get the excess off before you cure it. But if I can't convince you to do that, then I will say that the Essie, what is this called? Essie Gel Couture is so much better than the regular polish that I've used. It lays smoother on the nail, it's easier to work with, and it does last longer. So it's a little bit more expensive, just barely, but I think it's well worth it. And if you get this, then I do recommend that you get the top coat to go along with it. It's just a two-step system, and it works really well as well. Now this category is my jam. I do really care about personal style, and that's what most of my videos are about. So this handbag has been on heavy rotation this fall. I think I've worn it almost every day, and this is a relatively new Tory Burch bag, but it's sold out because I bought it on clearance off season. Basically, the story of this bag is that I was eyeing it all last fall and winter and it was out of my price range, so I just kept my eye on it, and in June this year they were clearing out all their fall and winter merchandise and it was like half off. So I bought it at a price that was good for me, and it's still that really good quality that Tory Burch is known for. So good price, good quality, and even though it's considered last year, this one is going to age well with my wardrobe and my style. So one of the things that I've noticed with my fall and winter clothing is that I tend to wear a lot more solids versus spring and summer when I'm wearing florals and patterns. So I needed a pattern piece to add to my wardrobe because, as Stacey London says, color, pattern, texture, and shine, that will make an outfit pop. If you're finding that your outfits are falling flat, maybe try adding a pattern through a handbag or a scarf or a headband or hat, just something to add a little bit more interest with a pattern. Okay, moving on. I have this cashmere tee from Quince, which I've owned for, I believe, a couple of years now, but they also just sent me one in cobalt blue, which is gorgeous. 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 But I love this because I can wear it around the house and be very, very, very comfortable. I can wear it out and dress it up a little bit with some accessories, and it's just so cozy. So last week I made a video about some of my cashmere pieces from Quince and the benefits of cashmere. Go check that out if you haven't seen it already. But basically, cashmere is breathable and yet it retains heat. So it is going to be a little bit more of a cozy piece, but since it's short sleeve, I can wear it throughout fall, winter, and spring here in Florida in my tropical climate. Next piece are leggings. I'm not much of a leggings all day kind of gal. It's pretty rare that I wear my leggings when I'm not actually working out, but when I am working out, I'm working it and I need my leggings to work very well. So the reason why I like Lululemon is because I started buying them almost exclusively a decade ago, and my leggings that are almost as old as that look exactly the way I bought them. And I'm really kind of tough on my leggings. I have done Pure Barre, Orange Theory, yoga, HIIT, gym workouts with weights. I do a lot of different things and I'm not necessarily really delicate on my leggings. And that's why I really appreciate the durability and just the ability to wash them so many times and they look exactly the same as the day I bought them. I won't go so far to say it's an investment piece, because an investment is something that either pays dividends or increases in value, or preferably both. And these do neither of those things. But I will say it's an expense that's a little bit high up front, but pays off over time because you're not having to replace them. So if you've been on the fence about whether Lululemon leggings are worth it, let me tell you that they are. Now, in the Lululemon Align leggings, which is what I typically wear for yoga, they're very stretchy. They're made for yoga. I wear a size 8 and the inseam is a 25-inch, but they also have a lot of variety. So just read up on their website. They give a lot of information about which leggings you would need for which workout and what sizing you might need. Okay, one of the most delightful things about my day is the morning coffee ritual that we have. Every morning, my husband Russell makes us coffee using a mocha pot, and it's interesting because it's almost like going back to a more traditional way of doing it. So apparently Italians, you know, they're famous for their coffee. They have mocha pots in their homes. That's how they brew their espresso. And so we decided to make the switch from Keurig to drip pot to the mocha pot a few months ago, and we love it. It's something that you can actually mess up. Like, it takes some artistry and some care, and I think I really like that about it. I think the downgrade in technology is kind of refreshing because the things that really matter, I think, deserve more of our time, and our morning coffee ritual is just one of those things that has been really refreshing and fun to me this fall. I got real deep and I didn't mean it to, so let me switch to something lighter.
Yeah, I like math.
Ew, why?
Because it's the same in every country.
It's beautiful. This girl is deep.
My favorite snack right now is plantain chips from Trader Joe's. I feel like you can't do a My Favorite Things video without talking about a Trader Joe's snack. I don't know why. It's a tradition that somebody invented and I have to follow through. So plantain chips, these are salty, sweet, crunchy. I love crunchy snacks. If you're a crunchy snacks kind of person, then let me know a crunchy snack I need to try down in the comments. And if you haven't tried this one, go get you some. Be right back.
A few moments later.
Okay, this is not exactly on brand, and maybe this entire video isn't, but the point is the beverage I've been enjoying lately is Liquid Death Severed Lime. Now this kind of looks like an alcohol, and in case you didn't know, Liquid Death is just a sparkling water. It's called Liquid Death because they're gonna murder your thirst. It's so hydrating. Anyway, I feel like if you're trying to maintain good habits, you've got to have something that delights you, otherwise you're not going to do it. And for some reason, sparkling water just, it's delightful. It's a tangible experience. I love the little bubbles in my mouth. And something about this Liquid Death, just the branding of it makes me giggle a little every time I do this. Yeah, that's good. For mental growth lately, I've started reading a new book called The Artist's Way, and this book has a cult-like following. So I was very intrigued by it. Julia Cameron is the author, and she wrote this book over 30 years ago, and people are still reading it and following her path to higher creativity. Anyway, in this book, she prescribes something called morning pages, which is a practice that a lot of artistic people, a lot of creative people use. And so I was very curious about it. So what exactly is morning pages? It's writing down 3 pages every morning as soon as you wake up. Now, I've been a journal keeper since I was 10 years old, so I thought this would be super easy, but actually it's sometimes easy and sometimes very difficult. These morning pages are supposed to be unfiltered train of thoughts. And sometimes it's difficult to admit some of the thoughts that I've been having. And sometimes it's difficult to even locate my exact thoughts and feelings on a matter, especially if I've been consuming too much content and not producing enough. Sometimes it just kind of gets jumbled up in there. So I find this practice of morning pages to be very helpful for me. I've been doing it for maybe a month or 2, and I've really enjoyed it. So it's something I would recommend if you have any type of creative work and you feel like you've been mentally stuck. It's really been helpful for me. Okay, the next thing is not actually a thing I can show you, but Audible. I have been listening to books on Audible when I've been working out instead of music, and I've really enjoyed it. I'm not so much a podcast listener, but I really do enjoy books. I enjoy listening to the same person speak for hours on something that they've outlined and really dug into and done research on. The book that I just finished is one that I've read every year for the last 4 years, so a total of 4 times. And I'm sorry if this title offends anyone, but this is the title. It's called Unf Yourself by Gary John Bishop. And the reason why I enjoy this book is because it's like a no-nonsense self-help book. And every time I've read it, it's the exact message I need to hear. I can get stuck with making excuses why I can't do something because someone else hasn't done something that allows me to live my life. And this book really teaches you that you are in control of your actions and what you do, what you initiate, what you create every day. And that's exactly what I need to hear when I get in my excuse spirals. So I appreciate that. It helps me to take more responsibility for myself. And yeah, I've been relishing my workouts with Audible lately. Speaking of working out, something I've also been loving this fall is yoga. I just started going to yoga at my gym, and I get unlimited classes, and that's really good for me because Even though I've been practicing yoga for so many years, anytime I pay $15 to $20 per session, it hurts just that little bit that I go less frequently. Like I question the next time I go, even though I love it so much and it does so much good for my soul, I still have that little frugal side of me that's like, oh, is it worth the cost? And I know it is. So if you're a yoga teacher, please don't mishear me. I know it's worth the cost, but it does just kind of stink a little. So finding a gym that has unlimited classes included my membership, I've really been loving it. And truthfully, the teachers are actually really good. So if you've been feeling like you're stuck in your workout routine, maybe you need to search for a workout that you are going to do consistently and enjoy consistently, because that will attract you to go back to it regularly. The last mental growth thing I've been doing this fall that's been really helpful is something that I picked up from a YouTube video, and I don't remember where I learned this from, but the idea is that we consume so much content, whether you watch YouTube or you're on Instagram or TikTok or Netflix or whatever. We all are consuming so much information, and we need a pause, a gentle pause to reflect on that information. So what I've been doing is, after a YouTube video, I will pause before watching another one and think about my thoughts on the matters. I'll ask myself, what did that person say? Do I agree with it, or is there more that I could add to it because of my experience? Is there some way that I can implement this information to make my life better? And that's just helped me to get a little bit more grounded mentally and feel like I'm actually improving my life with the content I'm consuming rather than just mindlessly consuming it. So if you want to put this into practice, after you watch this video, take a pause and think about, what did I say that you could implement into your own life? Here's another piece of my personal life that I'm not sure if it's going to resonate with everybody, but maybe it's something that is intriguing to some people. I've been using my red light / infrared light therapy machine for the past couple of months, and I feel like it has improved my mood. Red light or infrared light is supposed to improve your skin texture, your soft tissue healing, your sleep patterns, your mood. Now, can I tell you it absolutely works? Have I done any tests on myself? No. I can just tell you that I genuinely feel better, and when I'm not using it, I don't feel that same way, so it works for me. Now, something we can all relate to is the power of sunsets. Like, I have really been enjoying sunsets over the fall. During the fall, we have a lot more stormy weather and clouds, and it's funny how bright, sunny summer days that are cloudless, the sunsets are just not as pretty. It's really the clouds and the storms that create more richness to those sunsets.
This girl is deep.
That's something that I've been enjoying lately. If you haven't caught a sunset in a while, then go outside and do it. You will not regret it. The last little mental growth thing I want to tell you about is a music album I've been listening to. It's from Judah and the Lion, and I recently went to their concert, and I became an instant fanatic. Or fan, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, at the concert, Judah taught us his new song, which is, "I only want the best for you." And that line has been repeating in my head subconsciously, and then I realize it's there. And I think that's the power of music. What we listen to gets so sticky in our brains, and you can just be zoned out and catch yourself singing something. So it's really important that whatever you're consuming with music is a message that you want to subconsciously repeat to yourself. And I just love that beautiful line, "I only want the best for you." I love that that has been living rent-free in my head. The last few things I want to share with you are things that don't fit in any other category, just things that have been small delights in my life. So farmers markets, tell me anything more delightful than a Saturday morning farmers market on a crisp fall day. For me, it's just so joyful seeing makers talk about their products and their process, and just how involved they are with the whole process is just really cool to me and inspiring. And then I love coming home and having these unique things that I can use, which, speaking of, I think it's lunchtime. So let me go pull out a couple things that I grabbed at the last farmer's market I went to. This is some delightful local honey that is raw and unfiltered. I'm just drizzling it over my raspberries and pears. And then I also picked up some salad dressing that's made actually by my yoga teacher. She sells at the farmer's market. Another little thing I've been loving lately are my AirPods. I use them every day. These are probably from 2020. They're maybe the first generation, maybe the second. I don't even know if these are still available. I wear them at the gym. I wear them running and they don't fall out because some people are sketchy about whether the AirPods are going to fall out. I think it depends on your ear shape, maybe. But for me, these have been such a great purchase. So I appreciate that these are just so tiny. You know how we all travel and it's amazing and we take photos that are also amazing and we either immediately upload them to our social media platform of choice or they stay in our phone. And so what's even the point? Do you remember digging through photo albums at your parents' or your grandparents' house and just being delighted by the physical aspect of the photos? Maybe I'm just old school, but I really appreciate physical photos more than digital ones on a phone. So here is a really good idea as a Christmas gift for someone that you really, really love because it costs some time to create this. But this is a Shutterfly photo album and this is the one that I made of our Italy trip this year. And I really just appreciate having the actual photos in front of us and the little captions of where we went. This one took me probably 7 hours to put together, but I had lots of photos from Italy. But I leave this around the house in different places and flip through a different page and leave it open so we can just remember those beautiful memories that we had and the things we learned and the art and architecture that inspired us. And I just feel like this is something that has been extra delightful since I don't have another trip to Italy planned. And this is a nice way to relive the memories in the meanwhile. The last couple of things I want to tell you about are not shoppable at all, but Russell makes fun of me for this next one. I swear I sleep better in a beautiful bedroom. I don't know if it's a genetic disorder or if it's just a curse on my life, but if it's a beautiful bedroom, I sleep way better. And I recently installed wallpaper on the wall behind our bed, and I'm loving how it complements my bed linens. If you're a subscriber, you know I've been teasing my new home tour and I'm still working on it. Hopefully I can show it to you soon. But you'll want to subscribe to my channel to find out when that video goes live. And the last thing that I've been relishing this fall is having a dresser. If you started watching my channel at the beginning, then you know that I was using like a little plastic, like college dorm type dresser because I didn't have space for a dresser in my previous place. So just having a dresser has been really nice, especially for someone who is as OCD organized as I am. And I just want to bring this up because oftentimes we can think that what would make our lives richer is something that we go by or some experience that we haven't had yet. But usually what makes life rich is relishing the things that you already have. I often think about, I have the life that kings from centuries ago used to dream about. Running water, electricity, the internet. I hope throughout the fall season that you relish the little delightful things all around you because that's what makes life rich. Before you go, I want to know if you enjoyed this video. This is a departure from my norm. If you enjoyed it, then I will make more like these, but if you didn't, then we'll just pretend this never happened. I'll see you next week with a brand new video, but until then, take care.